Did Freen and Becky really get married? The mystery that shook Asia. The rumor that wouldn't die. There are celebrity rumors. There are wild fan theories. There are internet fantasies that last a week and fade into digital dust. And then, there is Freen and Becky, a pair whose bond has grown so powerful, so emotional, and so impossibly magnetic that even the most unbelievable rumors begin to feel strangely possible. So when whispers started spreading online that Freen Sorocha and Becky Armstrong, Thailand's most beloved GL duo, had secretly gotten married, the world didn't laugh. They didn't dismiss it. They didn't move on. Instead they froze. They listened. They felt something. Something that said, "This might be real." It began the same way all great mysteries begin. Quietly, almost gently, like the first drop of rain before a storm. A Thai entertainment blogger known for cryptic posts tweeted, "A powerful GL duo who changed the industry forever may have sealed their love in a private ceremony up north." No names, no photos, just a single line. But they didn't need names. Not when two people had already redefined love on screen and off screen. Not when a million fans had already memorized their chemistry, their gestures, their looks. Not when the world had already decided that Freen and Becky were different. Within minutes, the hashtags exploded. Hashtag Freen Becky married. Hashtag Freen Becky wedding. Hashtag Forever Freen Becky. And with those hashtags came the questions that would ignite the next chapter in Asian pop culture. Did they really get married? If yes, when? If no, why did it feel true? But before the world could chase answers, something else happened. Something bigger. People across Asia, the Philippines, Brazil, Mexico, and the Middle East didn't just ask questions. They reacted like people who had been waiting for this rumor. Not shocked, not confused, but emotional. Like something they had always suspected was finally rising to the surface. And this reaction, this immediate emotional response, became the first clue in a story far larger than anyone expected. The world didn't just listen. Believe. You can tell a lot about a rumor by how people respond. Some rumors make fans roll their eyes. Some spark debates. Some trend for a few hours and disappear forever. But the Freen-Becky marriage rumor, it triggered something closer to a global confession. TikTok was the first battlefield. Thousands of fans began posting edits, crying on camera, stitching old clips where Freen and Becky looked at each other like two magnets trying not to give in to gravity. One fan from Chile said, "It doesn't matter if it's real. Their love always felt real to us." Another from the Philippines wrote, "They showed the kind of bond you don't fake. Marriage doesn't surprise me. It completes the story." That was the first sign. The world wasn't reacting like people hearing a rumor. They were reacting like people hearing a truth they had already known, deep inside for a long time. Something unspoken. Something shared. Something that didn't need confirmation. Freen Becky had transcended the borders of television and entered a space reserved for legends, where love stories become cultural events. Why this rumor hit differently? There were 3 reasons this rumor felt more real than anything that came before. 1. Their chemistry wasn't acting. It was instinct. People didn't fall in love with Freen Becky because of marketing. They fell in love because the connection felt organic, unforced, unpredictable, raw. When Becky looked at Freen, her expression softened in a way no director could instruct. When Freen touched Becky's shoulder, it looked instinctive, not scripted. And whenever they stood together, there was always that familiar energy, that warm, protective, impossibly gentle connection that felt like something more, something real. 2. Their silence was louder than words. Most celebrity rumors get denied quickly. Not this one. Not even close. In the weeks following the blogger's post, both Freen and Becky posted Instagram stories with captions that felt painfully symbolic. Becky, "Where the heart feels safe, it stays." Freen, "Some truths don't need announcements." Fans didn't need a linguistics degree to decode that. Silence is a language. And theirs was screaming. 3 fans had receipts. Too many. Matching rings. Matching posts. Matching locations. The same tablecloth in 2 different IG stories. The same wine glasses. The same villa balcony railings. The same sunset reflection. Coincidence? Maybe. But if you scroll through the fandom's evidence boards, the coincidences pile up like puzzle pieces, forming a picture that's impossible to ignore. Asia was not ready for the explosion. By the time the rumor hit mainstream entertainment outlets, it was too late. The internet had already made its decision. News sites across Thailand, Vietnam, Japan, and South Korea began running headlines like, "Are Freen and Becky more than co-stars?" Fans convinced GL icons secretly wed in Chiang Mai. The pair that redefined chemistry, now possibly married. Everywhere you went, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, X, Freen Becky was the conversation. And underneath all the speculation, all the noise, all the theories, one thing remained consistent. Not a single fan doubted their bond. Not one. Because whether they were married or not, Freen and Becky had already created something rare. A connection that didn't make people curious. Made them believe. Why the marriage theory made perfect sense. Even industry insiders began whispering that if any celebrity couple were capable of pulling off a secret wedding, it would be these two. Freen, calm, grounded, fiercely protective. Becky, warm, emotional, loyal to a fault. The type of people who would choose intimacy over publicity, privacy over spectacle, safety over noise. Fans imagined it easily. A small ceremony in northern Thailand. Soft fairy lights. A serene garden. Loved ones only. No cameras. No media. No pressure. Just 2 people choosing each other quietly, beautifully, intentionally. And the internet felt it. That's why the rumor caught fire. Not because people wanted it to be true, but because it felt true. Because with Freen and Becky, nothing ever felt staged. Nothing ever felt forced. Nothing ever felt like PR. Felt like fate. And this was only the beginning. This rumor didn't just spread. Took over Asia. But to understand why the world believed it so deeply, we must go deeper. Into the clues. Into the moments. Into the silence. Into the interviews. Into the timeline. Into the love story that millions swear they saw happening in real time.